The smartest zodiac signs. Why do some people instantly calculate the intentions of others, find a way out where others get lost, and always find themselves one step ahead? Why do some zodiac signs have a mind that is not just logical, it is almost mystically precise? Today you will find out who is really among the smartest zodiac signs. This is not just intellect, this is deep knowledge, innate intuition, the ability to see the essence and control reality with the power of thought. Such people are not noisy, but their mind is felt like the tension in the air before a thunderstorm. You will be surprised who will be on this list. Perhaps it is you, perhaps someone nearby. If you are looking for answers, if you are interested in what power your sign has endowed you with, subscribe to the channel. Here you will not hear platitudes, only the essence, only power, only the truth. Write in the comments which sign you think is the smartest, and check if your intuition matches my prophecy. Let's begin. The first sign is Leo. Leo's intelligence is not dry calculation or academic erudition. It is the ability to think big, strategically, and with an eye on the result. He does not scatter knowledge, he collects it as tools to act confidently. Leo knows how to make complex decisions quickly because he instantly assesses where the center of power is, where the resource is, where the weak link is. This is a mind in which there is no chaos, only direction, dominance, and self-confidence. Leo's intelligence is manifested in how he manages the situation. He never acts at random. Each of his steps is a thoughtful gesture, and even his impulse is structured. He understands how to make an impression, how to conduct a dialogue, how to control the audience. His strength is in the ability to hold attention. He knows when to speak loudly, when to remain silent, when to simply appear, and all this is a form of intelligence that is built into his charisma. His thinking is not overloaded with trifles. He does not waste time on details if they do not lead to the goal. His logic, simple, benefit, efficiency, victory. Leo does not like to lose, and this is what makes him develop strategic thinking to the limit. He is able to foresee the consequences, choose the best moment for action, read the behavior of others like an open book. He is especially strong in managing people. He feels who to motivate, who to give freedom to, who to put in a framework. His intellect is a managerial force. Leo does not get hung up on theory. It is important to him how knowledge works in practice. He quickly masters new things if he sees benefit in it. His learning ability is high but selective. He will not study what he will not apply. But if he takes on a topic, he will know everything down to the last detail and apply it with maximum benefit. He knows how to use language as a tool of influence. His speech is always an accurate combination of confidence, meaning, and rhythm. He senses the moment, knows how to emphasize the important, evoke the desired reaction. This is an innate rhetoric, supported by an intuitive understanding of psychology. He speaks so that people listen to him, and he does it effortlessly because his intellect is oriented towards dominance through respect. Leo does not need constant praise, although he will not refuse recognition, but his mind does not serve vanity. It is an instrument of power. His thinking is structured, focused, and purposeful. This is one of those minds that can transform an idea into a result, and a word into an action. The second sign is Capricorn. Capricorn's intellect is a precise, cold mechanism. It is not subject to emotions, does not lose balance under pressure, does not rush into spontaneity. Its thinking is a system where each decision passes the filter of logic, benefit, and prospect. It does not build illusions, does not get carried away by fantasies. Capricorn's mind is reliability, analytics, and stability. It perceives information not just as knowledge, but as a tool for navigating in reality. It processes data quickly but deeply. Capricorn does not rush to conclusions. It compares, analyzes, checks. It is patient, and it is this trait that gives it incredible strength in making the right decisions. It is not in a hurry. It acts when everyone else has already made mistakes. Capricorn's logic is extremely pure. It does not miss details, but does not drown in them either. It knows how to build a strategy, taking into account risks, consequences, and resources. Its approach is always long-term. If he takes on a project, he plans for years ahead. His brain works like a business model. Everything must have a goal, a score, and a result. This is his absolute strength. He never loses focus. He knows how to manage himself. His self-discipline is an indicator of the maturity of his thinking. He can set himself a difficult task and go towards it without deviations. He does not need external motivation, because his thinking is programmed for achievement. He perceives difficulties not as obstacles, but as elements of a structure that must be overcome. Capricorn is strong in logical systems, structuring, financial and technical areas. His thinking is not emotional, but precise. He is able to break down a complex problem into simple parts in a matter of minutes and see a solution that seems impossible to others. He does not need approval. His confidence in his mind is based on practice. He knows what works and uses it to the maximum benefit. His intelligence is not always visible from the outside. He does not demonstrate intelligence ostentatiously. But at the right moment, he is the only one who understands what to do. His mind is an icy foundation on which to build everything. He does not break under pressure, does not panic, does not wander. He simply acts, precisely, competently, on time. The third sign is Taurus. Taurus's thinking is based on a deep understanding of the essence of things. He is not in a hurry, but his conclusions are always solid. His mind does not require external validation. He just works, steadily, consistently, and effectively. Taurus does not rush into everything at once. He chooses a direction, delves into it, studies, and brings it to perfection. That is why his intellect is often underestimated by those who judge by speed, not by quality. Taurus thinks realistically. He does not live in the clouds. His logic is simple. There is a fact, there is a goal, there are resources. How to combine them to get a result. He can analyze processes, see where energy is leaking, and eliminate it. He is practical, and therefore effective. His mind is the intelligence of action. He does not talk, he does. And if necessary, he will learn any skill if it gives a real return. He is not afraid of repetitions. Taurus can hone a method over and over again until it becomes perfect. This gives him a huge advantage. His mind is focused, stable, and incredibly observant. He notices things that others pass by. He pays attention to how something is arranged, how it works, why it fails. He is not in a hurry, but it is in this unhurriedness that his intellectual power lies. Taurus is especially strong in managing resources, both material and mental. He does not scatter. His attention is focused on value, time, money, effort. He knows how to build clear, logical structures, make decisions that stand the test of time. His intellect is not abstract, it is practical. But this is his strength. He knows how to turn ideas into results. He does not succumb to pressure, does not lose orientation, does not stray from the course. If he takes on something, he will finish it. His thinking is resistant to chaos because he knows how to isolate the main thing and not waste energy on unnecessary things. This makes him especially valuable in conditions where precision, calculation, and a cool mind are needed. He doesn't chase trends. He bets on what works, and he's almost always right. Taurus's intellect is not bright, it's deep. It's not immediately visible, but it permeates his every action. He's like an internal system that works without failures. He can be silent, but at the right moment, he can say one word, and it will be decisive. His mind doesn't require proof. It just gives a result, and that's the whole point. The fourth sign is Gemini. Ahead of the conversation, they have already calculated all the arguments of the interlocutor. While others spend hours searching for solutions, Geminis build combinations in seconds, as if their mind is a Swiss mechanism in which each link works with jewelry precision. Their intellect is not a theoretical library, but a living, adaptive instrument that is constantly learning, updating, and developing. Geminis think faster than they can speak, and they speak a lot, clearly, convincingly, because their speech is a direct continuation of their thinking. The uniqueness of the Gemini mind is not in the volume of information, but in the ability to combine it into unexpected combinations. Their strength is flexibility. They can easily switch between different topics, contexts, tasks. While others get used to something new, Geminis are already benefiting from change. They see opportunities where others do not even suspect the hidden potential. Their thinking is non-linear. It does not go in a straight line, but builds bridges between ideas, creating non-standard solutions. Their erudition is multi-layered. They can talk about physics, fashion, cinema, and politics with equal ease. This is not a show-off, but a thirst for knowledge, a constant internal hunger for something new. Geminis are not know-it-alls, but eternal students of life who never tire of studying and discovering. They can master a topic overnight that others understand for months. And not just master it, but apply it in such a way that they amaze even specialists. Their logic is sharp as a blade. Arguments line up in chains that are impossible to break. They know how to argue, prove, convince, and they do it not by the force of pressure, but by the speed of reaction. They do not need to shout to be heard. They operate with facts, ironic intonation, and precise formulations. Their intellect is a weapon, but without aggression. This is the tool they use to rise higher, faster, and smarter than others. Many underestimate their naivety, in vain. Gemini see more than they show. They can listen with an expression of slight absent-mindedness, but at the same time, they analyze every word, every gesture. Their memory works selectively, but accurately. They remember what is important and use it in time, without unnecessary noise. There are thousands of scenarios in their heads, and they know how to choose the one that will lead to the result. Geminis are masters of adaptation. Their mind is not static, it evolves. They are not afraid to admit that they made a mistake because they know a mistake is a new path. Their intellect does not suffer from pride. On the contrary, it is fueled by skepticism, criticism, and challenges. They do not seek confirmation of their rightness, they seek new levels of understanding. And when they find it, they do not stop but move on. Their strong point is not academic success, but the practical application of knowledge. They don't memorize, they understand. They don't repeat, they reassemble for themselves. Their creativity is not fantasy, but structure. They think in images, but they structure everything into clear schemes. And that's why Geminis are some of the smartest of all the zodiac signs. Their intellect is not loud, but powerful, not rigid, but sharp. And most importantly, it is always in motion. The fifth sign is Libra. At the moment when the room is filled with chaos of opinions, it is Libra who becomes the center of logic. They do not impose, they weigh. Their mind is an analytical scale in which every word, fact, feeling is placed on the bowl in a precise dosage. Libra thinks systematically. They do not act rashly, do not rush into emotions. Their strength is in the ability to collect facts, put them on semantic shelves, and give the essence without unnecessary dust. Their intelligence is not demonstrative, but it is felt in every word. Libra does not shout about their abilities, but if you give them time, they will show a result that will convince everyone. Their thoughts are built like architecture, harmoniously, prudently, elegantly. Their logic does not press, but captivates. They know how to present even a controversial idea in such a way that even opponents agree with it. This is not magic, this is a mind that can be convincing. Libra are ideal negotiators. Their mind works in the format of yes, but, if, then, maybe on condition. This is a sign of compromise, but not weakness. They are not looking for concessions, but balance. Their intellect is aimed at solving, not winning an argument. That is why their ideas are often accepted without resistance. They do not break, they connect. Libra sees the situation from several sides and finds a point where interests converge. They have an outstanding sense of language. Libra chooses words accurately, not for beauty, but for effectiveness. They know how to ask questions in such a way that a person opens up. Their speech formulas are precise and do not cause aggression. Even in a conflict, Libra finds a form in which all parties feel heard. Their mind is not about speed, but about accuracy. Not about the amount of knowledge, but about its competent use. Libras know how to learn from other people's experience. They are observant. They do not make hasty conclusions. And what is especially important, they know how to admit a mistake and change their position if they receive new arguments. This makes their thinking flexible and mature. They do not cling to their opinions out of stubbornness. They rely on facts and are able to update their understanding depending on the situation. In intellectual work, Libra shows themselves as strategists. They do not rush into a project until they see prospects. Their prudence does not interfere with inspiration, but on the contrary, directs it into constructiveness. They are one of the few who can think and feel at the same time, while maintaining clarity of thought. They know how to see risks, calculate options, and make choices that do not destroy, but create. Libra is not just a smart sign. This is a sign of mature, balanced intellect, which knows how to be calm even under stress. Their thinking is the architecture of meaning, and this is their strength. Not in pressure, not in brightness, but in precision, calculation, and the ability to build smart bridges between the complex and the possible.